for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize, it's really time.
Yeah.
Thomas Jackson.
Yeah. Bounce. Yeah.
Will you join us here right now?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our final game of today. Let's have just a quick little look at the groups just before we get underway, just to see how both of these teams are doing. Of course, we can see Binary Dragons currently 1-1, and iGame yet to get themselves a win on the board. So definitely improvements needed if we are going to see a bolster to either of these teams' hopes of getting towards that top of the board. Either way, we are going to be looking to see who's actually going to come out on top here. Obviously, we're on Mirage. We're going to be going into that all-important knife round. Mr. Coach is going to join his little coach role. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who is going to be able to take this one by storm. Now, I'm just looking... Oh, Letney's got his name as Leetney. Nice and cool. Nice and cool, of course. Definitely haven't seen too much from iGame as of yet. Obviously making the changes fairly recently to add in basic and options. But still hoping that we'll see a bit more from them, because there was a point where, or at least around the sort of WSG time, where they did pretty well, and I was looking forward to seeing this team rise up, and instead we've seen them just go crashing down instead. And yeah, left a lot to sort of be sought after with this team. Of course, Binary Dragons, same sort of to be said, really. Like, they got their sort of chance over at DreamHack, and then since then we've seen some sort of up and down results. Obviously, they do have some very talented individuals, but still hoping that we'll see the rise of another, well, the cousin of Nico, I guess. And maybe some Serbians along with him. Either way, game is going to be getting underway in just a second. We'll see whether or not iGame are going to get themselves their first points on the board, or if Binary Dragons are going to take themselves to a 2-1 score. Quite a bit of utility picked up. Amino? Amino? Is his name Amino? Amino? No. Is this live? No, it's not. You just typed that at the exact time someone else asked, is this live? And then it's not live. Dun dun dun! Yuho! He has himself the kit and the smoke, the classic, but we are going to see a push coming in over towards that A side of the map. As said, quite a bit invested into smokes. Yuho going to be waiting over towards the back of sight. Ottened around the sort of window area and is being forced back. Hits the headshot. Leaves it only Hunter to try and deal with him, but he gets 1 and 2. And Hunter, obviously the star of this team. The man we expect to set up alongside Joxic as well with that AWP. The bomb now planted. What can these CTs do in the retake? They still have the kit available to them. So we'll actually be able to take down one. Neno in a decent position as well. Bomb's been tapped, so it may just force them into the open. Quite smart from the CT side. Able to at least bring it into one, but look at Hunter. He's still around this area. Denies the defusal. And there just isn't time, I don't think, for basic. He's going to go running in and just has to try and stick it. And it's not happening. Amino will finish him off. And it is going to be 1-0 to the Binary Dragons. Oh, it's just Emmy. Just lengthened his name. Okay. Something iGame have always been pretty good at is saving a lot of money. They don't like to invest so much into these second rounds. Yeah, whenever I sort of have to tab out to do something, it sound, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just me. Like, for example, if I click the gift button or something along those lines. I'd have taken full control of short. Once I'm going to be going out. There are quite a few players over towards the B side of the map, so decent opportunity here, and not checking the close deck. How does Emmy get away with that? You lucky devil. How have you managed that one? More importantly, how has he not been killed from behind? That's a pretty poor showing from X7. But, well, Yuho is going to be able to get one at least. How costly can he make this? Because he's not winning the round. Let's be honest here. He's not winning the round. Not with a single deagle, at least. Be 2-0. Yuho at least going to be able to keep his deeg to the next round. But you could already see, like, the rest of the team have enough to invest heavily into the next. In fact, pretty much every single member of their team could afford some level of AWP, be it without armor, or, well, most of them without armor. Yuho and Otten can actually afford it with Kevlar. But they're obviously not going to do that. They're going to invest into a lot of utility. It's just my example of how much money they've actually managed to save. And it's looking like we're seeing the classic once again. Rush B, don't stop. And so far, well, actually, a bit of damage done, but not actually killing anyone, which makes it flawless. Absolutely wonderful for Binary Dragons. Letney will get him... No, he won't get himself an extra few $100. Never mind. But they will take the 3-0 lead. And Jocks are going to go straight for the AWP. He's not mucking about. He is ready and raring to go to take on Otten. Welcome back, Dexterity. Haven't missed too much. Oh, you missed an ace pistol round using only a Bison. Yeah, but you didn't see that coming. There we go. Joxic already posted up. Take the battle towards window. And Otten, there's actually a gap in that smoke, which could give him a little bit of info, but hasn't spotted anything out as of yet. Molotov going to go down to deny Hunter and Emmy any positioning. Sort of had expected them to boost Emmy up there. Oh, instead, it's weird. You see a little bit of a pre-fire come out from short. And I don't know if the call wasn't made or if it actually was just a, just a pre-fire. Sorry, got a bit of a block throat. Yeah, they don't actually spot anything. Yuho will actually be able to round the corner and even things up into a 4 versus 4. But a bit peculiar. You too, Jeffrey. You too. I'm doing alright. Well, Yuho waiting in the corner. It will actually be Sword to pick off Emmy. That is the Mac 10 gone, so not anything too worrying. Who is the cast card is? Yes! X7. What can he do here? Being sprayed through. Still a lot of very good after-plant positions for these remaining CT players. And Yuho's already going to make things a little bit more difficult. It is a quick trade from Neno. Going to go very aggressive. I think that's a bit much for my liking, at least. Now he leaves it onto Joxic. 1 versus 3. AWP doesn't connect the first shot. That could have given him an opening back into this round. Otherwise, I don't think it's happening. They have a kit on X7. They're going to bait out the bomb. Already going for the defuse. Oh, looking for the lineup. Actually hits the first. But now so low on HP. He's got to try and retreat back. Basic isn't going to be able to finish him off. And that AWP save is actually quite important because it means they don't have to spend all that extra cash giving Joxic the AWP. Now, iGame, they still have to be on edge. Yes, they've got their first round. Great. You've done the bare minimum. Now, you have to convert it into a couple more because if you lose this round, you will be reset and left with very little to play with going into the next round. So, aggressive push from Joxic once again. A couple of pot flashes thrown out, but nobody there. Nobody there from the CT side. They're going to try and pincer him from short and connector, but there is that aggressive push shut out. What can X7 do, though? Does pick up one. Looks for the pre-fire onto chair. Predictions. As of recent, I think Binary Dragons have been the better team, and since we've seen the 2 changes made by iGame, they really haven't looked that good. I don't think they looked particularly good before that, but the original roster, actually, I was quite impressed by. It's been a while. Hunter and Yuho. Bit of a standoff. Footsteps being made. Bit of information. Hunter still in the corner. Yuho unaware position of his opponent. Flash in. Yuho making an awful lot of noise. This is going to be a simple kill for Hunter. Thank you very much. 1 bullet is all it takes. And now with 40 seconds left, a man advantage ensues. What can the CT side do to return? Molotov out. Flashbang. Forcing Otten back in. Tries to throw a Molotov onto the more default plant. Does actually spot out Joxic. Molotov being quite favourable. Still throwing an awful lot of utility, and somehow Joxic still hits the shot, even while being sprayed. Hunter still holding off any rotations that X7 hopes for. And Basic and X7 going to try their best to save their weapons. Through the wall, damage is being done. Looking like they will be given the opportunity to retreat, however, may not be for long. Emmy catches one out. 9 HP. Gotta try and hold in this corner. They're coming for him. Joxic has the CZ. He's going to be pre-firing a couple of angles and eventually will finish off the remaining rifle. No money left for iGame. A very important round in terms of the early game. And it is looking like the CT side are going to risk it for a biscuit as they do invest pretty much everything they have. Yeah, Havu have looked pretty good. Wants quadruple overtime. My voice does not want quadruple overtime, I'll be honest. I think I might die. Mac 10s, the Mac Daddies, looking to make some Mac money. Will be the CZ to start things off. Emmy looking to try a little bit closer. CT side have got off to a good start. Didn't manage to retrieve the weapon as of yet. And actually Molotov's going to burn out Emmy as well. Another peek in. Somehow the pistols are doing all the work that's needed. Only 2 players left. Nano and Letney with what looks like an almost impossible task. So many players left to find, and I don't know how this has happened. Just some aggression coming out from the CT side, and it's worked absolutely wonderfully. Smoke going down at least lets the CT side know there's still somebody here. They're playing very passive. I like this. Keep their man advantage going. Saw. Going to be Molotoved out of place. He will be forced to move, but they dual peek to try and take the fight at once. This is very clever stuff from the CT side. Letney does his best to at least cause some havoc, cause some damage. Oh, no, 38 seconds. Money's not good as well for the T side. They will have a buy. The Mac 10, in fact, extra money made. Good round from Ottend as well. 3 kills for him. CTs get a nice boost to their economy. Although they actually only save, I think they only save 1 weapon there. I may be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure they only save 1, which is quite surprising considering how many they had left at the end. Either way, as said, the Ts will be able to go for a purchase into this round. They have the chance to break each other once again. Both teams with an opportunity to crush the economy of their opponent. Nice start from Otten. Hits the first shot and a second as well. Only tag on the first, but that's enough. He's done a lot of early damage. Another kill comes in as Hunter tries to get close, and Otten looking pretty damn good at the moment. Yeah, they only did. They only got 1 AK. Quite surprising. Plenty of weapons dropped, but so far it doesn't seem to matter. How old is Ottend? I actually don't know how old he is. He has been doing pretty well. He's been the one player to really sort of shine in this team. Saw is going to be caught out. Yuho attempting to go aggressive and succeeds as well. And now X7 can hold the cross, leaving it all onto the AWP of Joxic. Definitely one of the stars of this team. Goes for the no-scope. Completely misses, and Yuho will close him in the end. 4-3. Now the T side are struggling for cash. What looked so promising in a CZ round turns it. Gives the CTs away back into this game. I'm actually going to look. How old is Ottend? 19. Not bad. How old is Basic? 25. Ooh, the old boy. Old boy. He's only 2 years older than me, but that's not the point. CT side just absolutely obliterating this round. Of course, next to nothing invested, so somewhat expected, but it's good that they don't lose anyone. Four to 4. Scoreline even, but now we get to see the buy. CT side. Have that trusty AWP onto Ottend, which I think could be a big game changer at the moment. He has looked very good so far. This time going to go for the aggressive peek towards the B site. Won't spot anything out as of yet. So Emmy, Letney do look to be pushing towards this position. He's gone very aggressive indeed. A missed shot here could be a big problem, but he's actually going to fall back. Look for the repeat, but Emmy is too fast on the trigger. Head gone. Push going to be continued. But in the meantime, the bomb has made its way over towards the A side of the map. Yuho is the only defender. We'll be able to call the rotation back in, but Hunter's already going to remove him from this side of the map, and the almost bait and switch has worked wonderfully. However, X7 does manage to catch one out, and there's a couple of low players as well. Still a chance. Joxic decapitating Saw. You'd have to question whether or not this is worth going for. Basic still seems to be trying to fight this back, and he will actually give his position away, which, for that matter, Neno is going to go hunting. He wants this kill, and he is going to get it as well. X7, now the only man left alive, and should be able to survive. There are players closing in on his position, but the remaining 2 behind him are low. There's no one else in front of him, and in fact, that's an AWP save for the CT side, and that is going to help them out quite a bit, because although they have a decent amount of cash, still don't want to be spending all of that onto an AWP. Five to 4. Again, it comes down to a position where neither side really have an abundance of cash. No AWP back in, and there's Ottend again, but this time he is going to be quickly traded. CT side. Oh, there's actually a gap in the smoke here. Molotov going to be going down. Letney rounds the corner, and X7 again from short. He's been doing very well so far. 6 to 4. They've got that man advantage. Neno looking to try and push into the A site. He is alone. We need to support him, and he probably doesn't know that Yuho's in the corner. However, because of that, Yuho doesn't actually know that he's crossed. So they are going to have their communication on point in this round. Yuho's going to go peeking out, and Neno wins the duel. Saw in the corner. Going to get smoked off. Bomb now rotating back in. Left again, this CT side without too much information. Trying to boost over the edge of the smoke. May actually be able to catch something here. Basic is going to be forced out of position. The jump down from X7 will give him a look onto the cross. And they don't actually have any nades there. And because of that, X7 is going to be able to pick up another kill for himself in this round. Again, back to a 2v2. Molotov could be absolutely perfect here. And here go all of the nades. Neno has to run into the open, picks up one. But unfortunately, his toes become toasty as he is burnt alive. 5-5. A nice round from X7. 3 kills for him. And Basic will save the AWP and defuse that bomb.
Counter-terrorists win.
B-side seem to questioning sort of investment they can have in this round. Joxic can actually afford an AWP, and that's exactly what he's going to go for. 5-5. Pretty even on the scoreline so far. Well, perfectly even. But you remove the pistol, and it's actually been iGame who've looked like the stronger side. Off nades thrown in towards that B site. Underpass control being taken by a carpool, but the peek out from X7 only gets one. A lot of nades being thrown towards that upper B portion. Joxic still with his AWP. I'm feeling alright at the moment. Just still a bit blocked up. Nothing too worrying. I got my new phone today, so I'm feeling good in that sense at least. You haven't missed too much. Binary Dragons haven't done much in the buy rounds whatsoever. It's been the pistol win that's given them this 5-5 scoreline. Scoreboard pretty even. Letney not having the best start. Orpavotten actually unsure at the moment. 30 seconds left, and I don't even think the T's really know what they're doing. Seems like they got a little bit disheartened after the push over towards the B site doesn't work. Now, let's see. Gonna try and split. The worrying thing is this AWP, and that's gonna drop the bomb. They've only got 15 seconds left. They've got to deal with Otten very quickly, and they've just run away. They've left the bomb. Instead, now it's gonna get dropped again. The round's over. It doesn't matter what happens from here on out. It's all about just doing damage. Joxic will try his best to save that AWP. If he goes down after time, this will be a worst case for this T side, but he does at least get to keep it. That's something at least. A 6-5 iGame. They now break that economy once again. The T side almost have to sort of make a decision here whether it's worth actually just investing into this round. Of course, in the next 4 players will be able to buy, but Joxic, unless somehow he saves the AWP, won't be able to do anything. Some money coming in hot. Yeah. We baller now. Probably gonna end up breaking this phone and crying myself to sleep. Early nade. Joxic gonna be tagged down a little bit, but not anything too much to worry about. He has to be an absolute monster in this round if somehow Binary Dragons are gonna steal this one away. Definitely not looking like the dominant force. Somewhat expected from them. This game. iGame haven't looked great, but that's a lovely shot to start. It will quickly be traded, but Joxic is doing work, already picking up a couple. CT side have to be careful not to let this get out of control, because Hunter now has an AWP of his own. And we know that this man can step up on occasions. Has been a little bit quiet in the tournament so far. Emmy will be ended by the trusty MP7. Hunter actually still walking around with his Deeg. Get into the corner. Boosted up. Bomb actually looking to rotate back towards B, which... Wow, look at the position of X7. That's one thing he has done to near perfection so far this game, is position himself in great positions. Or position himself greatly. I don't know why I said the word position so many times. Seven. Could be the man to end it all. Joxic can take him down, and no, he can't. That's the round right there. As Hunter, well, they're going to start rotating. He may be able to do a little bit of extra damage. Basic probably won't expect him to be in from behind. Lines up the Deeg, looks for a second, but Yuho is going to close him down. Doesn't actually opt to pick up the AWP. Maybe he didn't know they had it after just using the Deagle. So just runs straight over. 7-5. T-side. As said, four of the players are going to be able to invest quite well. We'll see what Joxic actually opts for. It's going to be a Tech 9 and utility. So we'll be playing the more cannon fodder sort of spots in this round. Going aggressive. Obviously can set up some flashbangs for the rest of his teammates as well. Footsteps heard in underpass since the early Molotov, but it is just going to be smoked out, and is the T's looking to try and take control of mid. They have struggled so far. X7 has done a very good job. Ottend as well with that AWP. Definitely had his moments. Yuho. Up close in this smoke. The MP9. The Shredder. Oh, he's going to get ruined. Absolutely destroyed by Neno, who does check the spot. An advantage now for the T side. They had the chance to slow themselves down a little bit. Straight out of Finland. Straight out of Finland. Crazy. Never mind. Can't sing that song. Letney. Gonna get himself back on the board. He's now got 4 kills to 11. Leaving it into a 5 versus 3. Still no weapon picked up yet for Joxic, and Hunter trying his best to be sneaky. Fails miserably. What can Basic do? Molotov to try and slow them getting onto his position. Does manage one, looks for a second, and the jump across from Joxic is almost just an elaborate ruse for Emmy to peek out and find the frag. 3-2. Ottend and Saw. No kits on either player. No utility to clear out a lot of these spots. Will be forced to fade away, and again, it's economy. You look at this sort of streak of rounds, and you expect them to have quite a bit of cash, but a close round here when Basic managed to defuse the bomb. The 2 players died to nades. And only 2 players surviving in the last round. They've actually not got a huge amount of cash. So the extra rifles, Yuho can buy himself one. X7 can't. Basic should be able to get something. Still not going to be a good position for the CT side coming into this next round. Not the worst buy in the world. Actually going to go for a second AWP on Yuho. May just be down to timing. He's going to go for the jump. Whiffs it. Actually gets hit by a smoke, which probably ruined him. And now he's actually going to block off his teammate as well. So Ottend won't be able to take the frag. Miscommunication from this CT side. Nade's going to be thrown into mid. Do a nice amount of damage. It looked like that shot was almost on point, but doesn't seem to connect. Ottend will be the one to start things off, though. Quick trade through the smoke. Into a 4 versus 4. Boost up. This is smart. Nice kill from Letney. It gives them a big advantage if they are to go towards the B site. Still a man in the window room as well that they have to deal with. X7 looks to just jump out, but he gets crushed. Joxic very quick to trade things. Now Basic is alone. He can only do one, and this is very nice trading game out from this T side. They're going to go rotating back. Saw has just been played like a fiddle.
Bomb has been planted.
See what Saw can do. Of course, their money isn't going to be in a good state. He doesn't manage to clutch this one out. Does have a kit. Looking like he's going to go jumping straight into the hands of Letney. And finally, we get to see him have a decent round. He's been pretty far down the board for the majority of this game, only with 3 kills up until moments ago, and he gets 3 kills in this round, 1 round in the one before. There'll be a 7-7 scoreline, couple in a row now for the T's as they go into the last round of the half versus CZ's, a UMP and a Deagle. And well, we did see a CZ round come out from iGame already, so not gonna rule them out just yet. Still an opportunity to take this round. Emmy. Gonna go peeking. Good push. Does leave Basic somewhat trapped. Actually, the aggression is working out. That's going to be a rifle into their hands. That's something at least. Once again, Ottend is going to do a nice amount of extra damage. Letney. However, will turn the tide. Make things a lot more difficult. Interested to see how Yuho gets out of this position. Are they actually going to check it? They're not. That's the chance. There's a bomb down. He gets a second one falling through the air as well. And leaves it onto Letney from behind. Does manage to finish off Yuho. That AWP will not do any damage versus his team. Molotov is going to be thrown to cross, but they still have to be careful of Basic, who's sat over towards CT. Going to wait patiently. Either sprays down one, but Neno will just be able to trade. Looking like the transfer could have gone onto him in just a matter of seconds. It's going to be X7, who has been one of the stars of the show for this CT side. He's going to fake out the defuse. Doesn't have a kit, so can't really opt to do anything, but I don't think Neno's falling for the bait at all. Hearing the defuse again. This time may start to believe it. Second flash, but it doesn't matter. X7 hits the headshot, and iGame will just about win the half.
Counter-terrorists win.
Eight to 7. Pistol definitely going to play a big part in the start of this one. If iGame can win it, they can quell a lot of the early problems that this CT side, T side can have, as it'll be a reduced amount. Nades being thrown in over towards the A side of the map. Going to be made forward. Neno gets one straight through the smoke. Another one for Joxic as well. And this is already a magnificent start. Is there any way back into it? No, there is not. Yuho left versus 5. They're just going to run onto his position, and that is an absolute ruining. 8 to 8. Binary Dragons starting strong. Will be a full investment this time from the T side. Very little in terms of utility, so it is just going to come down to the straight up aim battles. Be finding the first, but takes a lot of damage. Or he's going to be able to pick up one. They're still doing damage, but Hunter is going to ruin any chance they have of winning this round. Basic. Now going to be the only one left. And it will be Joxic. Close things down. 4 players surviving. A good round coming out from the CT side, especially considering that was a full investment. And this time there's going to be next to nothing over for the T side, who can't afford to buy. aggressive push into the middle. Joxic getting tagged quite low, but once again, Hunter is here to just pad his stats a little bit, boost himself further up. Basic is just going to be ended by the SMG, and another nigh on flawless round from Binary Dragons, who now wait for the buy to come back in this one. I know. Up close. He's versus AKs. It is looking like the T side are setting up towards this A side of the map. Quite a lot of support rotating in. A little bit of aggression as well. The push coming in from Joxic could get him a kill, but in fact X7 is going to take his head clean off, and now that could actually force a rotation back. If anything, give them a bit of a misleading piece of information, as there is still 4 players gathering up towards this A side of the map, and already you see players starting to rotate back away from the A site. Neno is going to be the only one here. And he's going to go out. He's going to go for this bit of aggression. Spots Yuho, but falls. And now the CT side looking like they may be in peril. It is a bit of a bonus round. They've kept some SMGs in play. Can they actually hold on in this situation? See how much damage they can at least do. Make things costly. They still have the rifle onto Hunter. Peek out. Bomb plant will be denied, but that is all for now. Still goes back into a 2 versus 3. Make that a 3 versus 1. Hunter, the only one left alive. 2 players to find. Bomb has been dropped. He's actually going to go rotating back through towards CT. Bomb going to be planted, and he actually has a chance to deny it. Never mind. He's a little bit late, but he still actually catches the player planting the bomb. Turns it into a 1 versus 1. Has a kit as well, but he doesn't know where the remaining player is. Just going to tap the bomb. Hope that the footsteps give things away, and Hunter wins it. 1 versus 3. An impressive performance. The star of the show for Binary Dragons. And now you see why. We go though. T-side do still have the money at least for this round. The bomb plant secured them a buy. Both of the CTs now have their AWP, an AK onto Hunter, and rifles on every single other player. The round they should never have won. Just been stolen. Joxic has to be a little bit careful in middle. But multiple players trying to surround his position. Smoke is going to remove the gap that was available. It's an awful lot of utility thrown out by iGame in order to try and take control of middle. The problem is they don't have anything else to execute anywhere. They've left themselves very low. 7. Tempting to find something in mid, but now it is literally just 2 flashbangs left. 40 seconds on the clock. They rotate in towards the A side of the map, and it seems like the CT side have a decent read. A little bit more aggression coming out from Emmy as he moves spots because he knows that there's another player in Neno behind him. 25 seconds left on the clock, and there's already 3 players here. A 4th very quickly able to rotate. Let's see what the T side can do. Can they make this work? Molotov goes down late. Will deny them a little bit. Letney only going to be able to get 1, and Emmy does absolutely nothing. Neno still able to trade. The nade could do enough damage if needed. Actually catches 1, 2. It's all onto Nano, and there's just no time. The bomb running towards him. All the remaining player has to do is survive. It's not going down for Basic, and he knows it. And the Binary Dragons again. It comes down to just one player, but they will still hold on. 12 to 8. The money now stretched for this T side, and you wonder if they will just invest into this one. Nice start from Basic, though. It's going to go down. Emmy, very quick to trade things back. It's a 4 spy at the moment. Four v 4. The more kills that come in actually give the T's a bit of a better chance. Push going to be coming in from Nano. Looking for the spot. Molotov going to go down. T-side still struggling, and Joxic with the AWP is the man to deal with them. Emmy's going to find another one again. It's coming down to that 30-second marker. They need to make their move now. Nice. Oh no, the nade. It's going to be enough to finish off Otten, and Nano is going to close it. 13 to 8. These rounds have come very, very close indeed. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anything is going the way of the T side at the moment. Once again, they're going to be left with little to no money. Pistols. It's all that's available at the moment. It's been 6 rounds in a row on this CT side for Binary Dragons. They are looking like the better team at the moment. The T's are struggling, but there's X7. He has been one shining hope in this game. Someone who's been able to step up, along with Otten as well on the AWP. Actually has a rifle now. Neno going to be in the corner. Otten's the one with it in hand. Bomb has actually gone down. Can the retake come in from the CT side? Nade will do a little bit of extra damage, and X7's taking a lot damage, but they're still surviving. There we go. Emmy will eventually take him out. Not a whole lot of utility in terms of the amount of damage that can be done. No HEs, no Molotovs left. Running in. Basic will get one. Emmy, however, trades back, along with Nano as well, but there's a lot of low players, both dropped by Yuho. It's all onto Joxic. I think he knows there's no hope, and it will be iGame to steal away around. Removing guns at least will be Joxic. Only one player surviving in the end. In fact, no, none, as the bomb finishes him off. But it is going to be 13 to 9 and 1 stolen at least. Push out. This time the T's looking to pick up the pace. They've had enough of waiting around, and rightly so. Nice entry from these T players. Basic gets one, Saw with another. We're going to be going through the smoke, but Emmy can't find anything. iGame looking like they may be on that comeback hike. CTs in this situation, I have to wonder whether it's worth just saving your weapons. The push from behind may give them a little bit of hope. Letney? Don't know why he's going with his pistol. Okay, there we go. The free kill. He's going to spot the second. This is very smart from Letney. This opens up the round completely. Will he check the corner to the left, though? That's a big question. Yes, he will. Very good round from Letney indeed. He's made this possible for his team. And Joxic has the kit. Gotta go quickly. He's gonna get it. That's the question. I think he's just about got the defuse. It's very close indeed. But that is wonderful stuff from Letney. A big step up from him from what we saw earlier. Just remember, he was 3-11 at one point, and he now sits 18-16. A big turnaround and a crushing blow for iGame. 9-14. Once again, they're going to be left with pistols. Hunter. To try and quell any pushes that come from underneath. What do you think about Taz in-game leading? Could be pretty good. He's an intelligent guy who knows a lot about CS, but they always change it all the time, so I expect within a couple of months we'll probably see Neo or someone else in-game leading again. I don't think any of them like doing it. Either way, early pick. Nice work from Yuho. Started things off. Haven't been able to retrieve the weapon from Neno just yet. Been a lot of very close rounds, it has to be said. How on earth has Yuho got here? How is there a player in connector and Yuho's here? Please explain. Like, how has this happened? Okay, it does just work out as a trade, so it's not the end of the world, but very weird position for him to get into. Joxic getting tagged through the box. Damage being done, but Joxic's just about surviving. He gets the shot as well. Leaves into a 3 versus 3, but this flank from Otten, somehow they've just been flanking the flankers who flanked the flankies. And it's just worked out for this T side. Looking like they may be able to break back in a matter of seconds. Now it's all on to Joxic, who's just running away. Craig David once said, running away from the troubles in my life. The troubles at the moment seem to be iGame. Could say this game isn't finished yet. Yes. The worst pun of all time. Thank you. 14-10. It will be double digits for iGame. Money. Well. An extra 1900 will go into the bank, or 1400, sorry, will go into the bank account of Joxic, which means he can drop 1 rifle, or 2 if you include a FAMAS. I don't. Emmy can buy himself, and then it gets a little bit more interesting. So there's the 1 rifle, and is it going to be FAMAS or UMP? There we go. See, I'm just a genius. Like, can you just... Someone pay me. Someone pay me. Neno is going to have to go for a UMP, but then the rest of the players on the team will have rifles, so... 14-10. Can the CTs hold on in this situation? Now, if the Ts can manage to win this round... They actually have a real chance of getting back into the game. However, they have a lot to do. Haven't pushed B very often, so this could be the chance. Nice cross shot hit from Joxic, though, and already a lot of damage done onto Yuho. Can the Ts bring this situation back? Molotov's going to be going out. Damage being done. Yuho still gets one, even on low HP. Peek out. Not going to do as much as possibly hoped. Molotov will be forcing a few players back. Neno just going to go running into the site. The MP9 up close. Maybe enough to finish this. He gets 2. And it's left all onto basic. Bomb not planted. Oh, did he spot Joxic up above? I don't think he has. Never going to expect that angle. It will be 15 to 10. Now it goes back to one of these sketchy buys, but these seem to have been working better, if anything, for B-side, which is just weird. Like, these are both of the rounds that they bought in the last couple, and these are the ones where they had pistols. So